Hey guys, we're going to start the chapter book today, and the chapter book is called It's in Your DNA. It's written by Kathy Stogler, illustrated by Alex Weishart. All right, we're going to take a look at our table of contents. Like always, our book has 6 chapters that we're going to focus on for the month of May. Chapter 1 we'll read today. Chapter 1 is titled Like Your Grandparents. Chapter 2, Like Our Parents. Chapter 3, What Are Your Genes? Chapter 4, It's in Your Genes. Chapter 5, DNA in Plants and Animals. And Chapter 6, You and Your Genes. Now you'll notice that genes word is not spelled like blue jeans that you wear. It's a different type of genes that we'll learn about this month. All right, so let's get started. Chapter 1, Like Your Grandparents. Josh looks at pictures in a photo album. He sees young children. Dad, who are the people in this picture? He asked. Dad looks at the album. These are pictures of your family. This was a long time ago. This is your great-grandpa when he was 4 years old. So how can a photo album help us learn about our family? Well, people like to take pictures, and now we use our cell phones to take pictures, and less we're printing pictures, but you actually might have printed pictures at home that your parents have, or your grandparents have, or brothers and sisters have, of people and family that they've taken pictures of. So you can look at old pictures of family members to learn who they were and how you're related to them. Hey, says Josh, look at this picture of me when I was 4 years old. Great-grandpa and I look alike, but we also look different. Great-grandpa had brown hair. So does Josh. Great-grandpa had brown eyes. So does Josh. Great-grandpa had curly hair. Josh does not have curly hair. So how is Josh the same and different from his grandpa? So Josh and his great-grandpa both had brown hair. They both had brown eyes. But his great-grandpa had curly hair and Josh does not. So in some ways they're the same, in some ways they're different. Josh looks at more pictures. He sees a picture of a man working on a house. Is this great-grandpa too? Josh asked. Yes, says Dad. He built the house where his family lived. Great-grandpa liked to build things. Hey, says Josh. Dad, you like to build things like great-grandpa. You built the garage for the cars. You and great-grandpa are the same. So how is Josh's dad like his great-grandpa? Josh's great-grandpa liked to build, and so does his dad. His great-grandpa built their house, and Josh's dad built a garage. Josh looks at more pictures in the album. He sees his great-grandpa with 2 young children. Dad, who are the children in this picture? He asked. Dad looks at the picture. This is a picture of great-grandpa with his children. This is Grandma Barb and her brother when they were little. They were brother and sister. So in a family, or in this family, you have great-grandpa and he had 2 children. Grandma Barb and her brother when they were little. And families can have many different people. Some families have no children. Some people might live with their brother or sister. Some even may live with their aunts, uncles, or cousins. So your family can look different in many ways. You don't just have to have a mom and dad. You might have cousins and aunts and uncles, or brothers and sisters, or no brothers and sisters. Hey, says Josh, look at this picture of my sister Claire when she was little. Claire looks like Grandma Barb. Grandma Barb had blonde hair. So does Claire. Grandma Barb had blue eyes. So does Claire. So Claire is similar to Grandma Barb in the way that she has blonde hair and blue eyes, like her grandma. Josh looks at more pictures. This is a graduation picture. Is this Grandma Barb? Asked Josh. Yes, says Dad. Grandma Barb graduated college and became a teacher. Hey, says Josh. Grandma Barb was a teacher. Claire wants to be a teacher. Claire and Grandma Barb share many traits too. So what did Grandma Barb do after college? She became a teacher, and that's what his sister Claire wants to do too. That's right, Dad says. Grandparents, parents, children, brothers, and sisters can all have similar traits. They can all have different traits too. A trait is how a person looks, including hair color, eye color, and height. So what do family members share? They can have similar traits. That can be how a person looks, including their hair color, their eye color, and how tall they are, or their height. Josh looks like great grandpa. Josh's dad likes to build things like great grandpa. Claire looks like Grandma Barb. Grandma Barb was a teacher. Claire wants to be a teacher too. It is fun to learn about grandparents. People and families can be alike. People and families can also be very different. So, for example, for me, I have a twin sister, so we look a lot alike. And I'm a teacher. My mom was a teacher. My sisters are both teachers. Both of my grandmothers were teachers. My great grandpa was a teacher. So that's kind of a trait that runs in our family, something that we're interested in. My grandpa was a farmer, and my dad, he's not a plant farmer or a vegetable farmer, but he grows plants. So that's kind of a trait in his family. All of my siblings have brown hair, just like my dad. My dad has brown hair. My older sister and my mom both have blue eyes, and me, my dad, my brother, and my twin sister, we all have brown eyes. So those are some traits that we share. So if you take a look, and you may have one of these at home, this is called a family tree. So it starts with great grandpa and great grandma, and they had 2 children. This is Grandma Barb, which we heard about, and her brother, who was Great Uncle Bill. Hope you enjoyed that chapter.